But this is going to be for Taurus. Let's see what's going to come out here for you, Taurus. Let's get it. This is for Taurus. This is for Taurus. Taurus. This is for Taurus. All right. Taurus, first card that's coming out here for you is Pluto. Whew, we're going to talk about it, y'all. Pluto energy. You have at the bottom of the deck, you have Saturn. Okay. You guys have Saturn. You guys just came in here like a flood. Okay. I literally said in the beginning of the reading, I am so sorry. I apologize with all my heart, beautiful Tauruses, that I did not do your reading yesterday. So what I'm going to do is have a longer reading for you today. I literally just got off of a Zoom. And I'm going to make sure I take my time with you guys. I apologize. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. So we're going to make it good for you, Taurus. We're going to make it good. Okay. So you guys have Pluto and Saturn. Wow. Very heavy energy. Now, I don't know how this is going to work for you in your life per se. Pluto is a very transformational energy, and I want it to be not something that you're afraid of, not something that you consider to be destruction or chaos, but some things have to be released and let go of. Now, Pluto is literally saying that there's going to be a breaking down in order for it to be a renewal. And I'm going to find out, does this have anything to do with your love life, your money, your mind, how you're feeling? But this is major. Okay. It is somewhat a struggle, because if the universe is saying, I am going to make you release, I'm going to make you experience this new, it doesn't mean that it's comfortable for you. Now, Saturn is helping you because it's grounding you in some kind of way. It's saying, even though you're experiencing this Pluto energy, I'm not going to allow you to be so electrical that you're in the sky flying around without a purpose or direction. Saturn is pulling you back down to earth, thank God. Okay? But it also comes with hardships, because you have to be disciplined enough to accept what Pluto is bringing you. Let's get into the reading. And I'm not going to spend too much time, because what's really going to happen is that the Tarot is going to tell us what these two major energy is going to bring into your life. You did have Flower Moon at the bottom of the deck, which is a beautiful moon. It talks about beauty and celebration and washing away your sorrows. But I see that you guys have had it. It says healing, growth, manifestations of seeds that were planted is here in your reading. Okay. Now let's go ahead and get into it. Now, you did this actually came out in your reading. It says your soul has returned to learn many lessons. Let's get into it. This started off already way deeper than what I expected here for you. So let's see what's happening here. This is for Pluto. This is for Taurus. One at a time. Oh my goodness. You guys had the 8 of Cups coming out. Scorpio energy, house number 8. There are endings here that you are experiencing or you will be experiencing. And karmic balance is being brought back. So let's just say what you've been experiencing has been a part of your karma. We already know that Saturn does really talk about karma. You guys are in the midst of that and overcoming and finishing up something that you guys experienced in a past life. Very, very hard. 8 of Cups is letting me know that you guys, whatever you're releasing, whatever this ending that you are experiencing will not be easy. Like I said before, Let's start off with your money. And we're going to talk about every area because I don't want to move too quickly because these are very major planets. Pluto talks about a lot of you experiencing destruction, chaos, and upheavals with your finances. There's just no other way to put it. Some of you have been struggling so much, it's been teeter-tottering. You had the money yesterday, but then tomorrow you didn't have it. Tomorrow you won't have it. You've been in that energy where you had it and then didn't have it. Or you were doing really good for years, and then all of a sudden you had $1 million in the bank and you went all the way down to barely $10. That is the energy that Pluto brings or has brought to some of you when it came down to your finances. Moving money from different accounts, using your credit card bills in order to pay off some of your debts, and then you're accumulating debt in other areas. That is where some of you have been. How has this affected you emotionally? Well, the Eight of Cups talks about a sense of unfulfillment, but it also is saying you're dragging your feet with needing to walk away or having to. You have no other choice but to walk away from somebody or something that has been in your life for a long time. King of Swords is coming out in your reading, hitting Pluto. You got Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Why would this come out with the King of Swords? Got it. As painful as the past has been for some of you, it's harder to hold on to the pain than to release it. And some of you are not at that place because you know how sometimes when you let something go, you feel like somebody is getting away with something. You feel in some kind of way that if you let that go, that part in your life that you've been holding on to, that if you let it go, that they're getting away with it. The Six of Wands is saying you have to look forward. Because the Six of Wands is always a sense of victory. You've overcome that, and you're going to have to admit that you did it and move on. Sometimes with Pluto, it's the mistakes that you've made, the reason why you don't have the money. It's the very mistakes that you made with why you ignored your intuitions, with allowing people to somewhat abuse you and cause so much frustration in your life. You're going to have to let that go and march on. Okay? There you go. You have the Six of Swords coming out in the middle part of your reading. And you have the, what is this? The Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This is really y'all. So the Six of Swords is that transitional energy, just like Pluto, saying you are moving towards peace. Please stay optimistic, the Six of Wands is telling you that your future is brighter than what you've been experiencing. Your future is brighter than what you've been experiencing. Yes, the reality is Pluto telling you you have to see it for what it is. Your mother, your father, your man, your woman, even your children, you have to see it for what it is and move forward in peace, because that's what's on the other side of the island. And again, forgiving yourself. And the reason why I say self is because this is always considered to be self-imprisonment, the Eight of Swords. But how can you move on in peace? Now we're hitting Saturn. Saturn says what? You need structure and discipline. That means you cannot do what you did the last time. Have you learned your lesson yet? Saturn is the daddy. The father sits the child down in the room and says, what did you learn from that? Not to touch the stove again. Not to go outside when I told you not to. That is what you're learning with Saturn. And it is a painful lesson, but it looks like you've overcome it. Okay? You sure did. 3 of Cups is a celebratory energy. But isn't that the same thing that the flower moon just told you? Didn't the flower moon just tell you that? What does it say? Beauty and celebrations. Can you guys see that? With what? Washing away of your sorrow. Come on now, Spirit. I think Taurus needed to hear this today. Some of you have experienced absolute torment from many areas of your life, which is the reason why here with the 7 of Cups, this came out by accident in the beginning part of the reading. I pushed it to the side because I don't do 3 or 4 cards at a time. But the 7 of Cups is saying, oh no, yes, let them know that I know that it has not been in just one area. Some of you guys have been affected by your love. Some of you guys have been affected by your mind. Some of you guys have been affected by your family. It's been a culmination of things. So what I've been through, a lot of people haven't experienced. So please tell them that I know that it hasn't been easy. But the 3 of Cups is the celebratory energy, and we already know it's celebratory because the 6 of Swords is transitional. The way the Pluto energy is transitional. The 6 of Wands is a celebratory and a victory energy because you have completed the program. And it has not been easy. Your soul has returned to learn the lesson, and you have completed the program. Now let's see what your outside energy speaks of here for Taurus. Let's see what's coming up here. Four of Cups. I'm trying to figure out if this is you or somebody else, because I said outside energy, but sometimes they do flip it on me. One more, please. Thank you. Oh, babe. You know, it just seems like there was a, you know how sometimes like situations can be very stubborn, and it's funny because you are considered to be the stubborn sign. And stubbornness doesn't have to be an actual person. It's situations in your life that seemingly that's never moved. It's like you can't overcome something. You can never get past that pole, that goal post. You can never get past it. And so Pluto is, again, like I said, universally helping you out in some way, whether you believe it or not. Saturn is the thing that's grounding you, and it's removing this discontentment because you were almost in some way saboteured. I was wondering why that came out, 4 of Cups with the 5 of Swords. In order for you to get what you want here with the 9 of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment, by the way, in order for you to even feel this happiness, you have to know that something you were doing was actually causing the delay of this smile. What was that? Let's see. You guys know I don't victim blame on here. A lack of reasoning. Queen of Swords is always considered to be the one that's rational. You have always been the rational one. It's not that you didn't see it. It's not that you didn't know. You're far from dumb. according to this reading. It's just because you did not want to admit to it. Your actual strength ended up being a weakness in this read because the Queen of Swords is someone who overthinks. Almost as if you can solve a problem within a problem, and it just doesn't work that way. Not according to this. Or you can fix somebody, like you're mentally strong enough to sustain, and you could not hear. You couldn't. You're trying to outsmart a criminal, and they're way more savage than you are. That was the problem. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is saying that someone is going to come into your life, and I literally stopped at the Nine of Cups again. That is so crazy because I can feel it with somebody else's energy. This is somebody else. Now, this is someone worth your time. Okay? This could be someone, I'm going to tell you the signs that I see. You guys already know I don't really sit on signs too much with readings because it just doesn't matter. Somebody literally could be a fire sign and can be in earth rising. So if I say the person is earth, you're like, oh, well, they're Sagittarius. Most of their personality could really be coming from their rising sign, okay? But the sign that I see for some of you, you could be dealing with a Scorpio, a Capricorn, you got Scorpio again, an Aquarius, and Gemini, Libra, a lot of air, actually. Air and water. Queen of Cups. You have the Magician at the bottom of the deck. This is like, welcome to, I promise you, I swear to God, I literally heard the words, welcome to the new world. What was that off of? Was that off of Matrix? Like the image of the man grabbing the knob on the door, opening up the door, and light is coming out of it, telling you to walk through it. That's exactly the image that I saw. And what makes this so interesting is because the magician, which I always told you guys, literally, the reason why I've always told you guys that the magician is a miracle card, you have had so many detrimental experiences. You being happy seems like a dream. The only way for you to experience it will be through the hand of God. And that is what you saw with the first two cards, the two major planets that will change your life forever is Pluto and Saturn. Pluto and Saturn. The moon is the mother. If you're coming into the new world, let me bandage up your knee. Let me dry out your tears. This is what the flower moon is basically saying. I'm going to prep dinner for you. Because see, daddy already did his part. Now it's time for mother to do hers. The magician gives you whatever you want. Nine of Cups is your wish fulfillment in this world, in this physical plane, where it may have seemed impossible to occur. So some of you are going to, and I want to bring this down a little bit, okay? I want to bring this more back to earth. Because we're talking about your money in the beginning of this. So how does the universe actually resolve this for you? Okay? For some of you, you are going to have to make a huge transition in finding something new to do with work. You may have to move with your company. You may have to move and leave your job. You may have to start your own business. You may have to go to school to pick up a trade. You may have to do things that are very uncomfortable for you that you didn't think you would have to do at your big old age in order to survive. You may have to do things that you did not expect to do, but it is here, and the universe is going to make sure it clears the path for you with Pluto. Okay? Now, what's happening here on the love front, on emotional front? We kind of talked about your emotions anyway. What's happening with your love? Well, like I said before, it looks like you are, if not, you will be releasing, letting someone go that you have been holding on to for a while. Saturn is saying enough is enough. Baby, when Saturn came out, I was like, ooh, shoot. So after Pluto, it's like, I'm going to help you so you won't lose your mind. But I'm just telling you right now, if you don't act right, I will allow Pluto to whoop your ass. And a lot of you really are like, yeah, I'm not about that life. I'm learning my lesson. Okay, so yeah, we don't have to go back there. Thanks. Okay. And then this is the reason why the Six of Swords came out, because it's not being harsh on you if you just do what you need to do. Structure and discipline. I want to read here what it's telling you need to do. I don't want you guys to miss this. A lot of you have been experiencing limitations for a reason, because some of you lack self-control. Some of you have been in this position or of this place of limits because you need more structure. I can't allow you to just go out there and do whatever you want to do. Some of you guys need tradition and rituals in your life and organization because you are not focused. And remember when I said that the Queen of Swords is reasoning? Well, Capricorn is practicality and reasoning as well. And it also brings tests. That's interesting because it brings tests. So some of you may have passed, you're graduating. But, let's say you're facing this again. Let's say you face a certain situation again. How are you going to fare this time? Because you may not make it out of another Pluto transit or Pluto-like transit. Okay? Let's go ahead. Let's get to your daily read. Sorry, let me grab the cards. What does Taurus need to know today? Definitely got romance. You have Rose at the bottom of the deck. I think that came out before. It talks about protection, love, and romance. There's a bond that's going to deepen. The only thing you have to do is surrender to the purity within yourself, but you have to be pure. You have to be cleansed. You have to be healed. You have to be bathed. You have to purge the devil, which is Saturn, out of you, so you can also experience real joy. Okay? Masculine, yang, sun, heat. There is going to be a masculine who's watching this, who's going to take some type of action in something. Okay? Now, I will say that, of course, for the divine feminines that's watching this, that means that your divine masculine or whoever, right, who would consider to be a divine masculine, will have to take action in something towards you. But there is a divine masculine that has to make a decision and be and decide what they should do regarding you, or you, the masculine, needs to decide what's going to be best for you in this situation. Sometimes with the masculine, if you guys are pregnant, that is hidden Pluto, surprise, may find out unexpectedly that there is a child that's going to be born, and it could come out to be a boy child. Okay. Last one here, love it. Fireworks and unseen. There it is with the Pluto energy again, but that is also hidden a celebratory energy. Shout out to you. This is letting me know that you're going to be moving on, and the future is indeed, like I said before, bright for you. I love it. A lot of celebratory energy, even though it may have been very hard for you. The universe got you and wants to reward you Fireworks talks about excitement. Pluto also illuminates. If there's something that you don't know, don't see, and cannot understand, you will be able to see it, understand it, and know its meaning, okay, when it comes to your life, period. And then you finally settle in your magician energy. All of this is very karmic for you. Remember, we saw it with the justice card. We saw it here with this. This is everywhere in your reading. And then it also shows it here. That's karma. You finished something. I've never seen that in a group reading. Never seen it. Never seen it in a group reading. Last one for Taurus. Taurus, awaken the intuition within you. It says awaken the witch. There's something that has been dormant in you. You have not been active in. You have a lot of potential. And I really do see something that y'all are going to be doing. It's just, you're so different. You know how sometimes, let's say if your personality was for you to be more so locked up in a house, you're working, or you're just in your own little world. The Pluto energy is more so you being more active, going out, being active. And I'm not saying you're going to have a whole bunch of friends, but there's something different in you. Or let's say you didn't know that you know how to sing. You didn't know your talents, that's something that you were able to do that you didn't even know that you were able to do. That surprised you because Pluto is unexpected, unforeseen surprises. So I do see something, it says unlock. Makes so much sense because Pluto clears the way. So there is something within you that you're going to see. And I think we talked about the whole illumination thing. I don't know what that is, but I feel like it's going to happen in more than one area in your life, actually. And part of this whole unexpected energy is going to be love. Maybe even how you feel. Someone unlocking something within you. Oh, I didn't even think I even had the ability to love, especially a masculine. There's a masculine who is watching, who felt that there was maybe no one else or no one to love them, and someone comes in and completely unlocks that for you. Or there's a feminine energy here that comes across a divine masculine, and you do this to him. Thank you. Stop the negative thinking. Be more grateful. You should be, because you guys got saved like a mud in this read. I'm just going to be honest. I see you being saved from debt. I see some of you guys been saved from death. Pluto is death, baby. You guys also had the 8 that hit that house, by the way. And see, I don't really go into that, but I saw it. I'm like, damn. That's about near-death experiences for some of you. Oh, yeah, you were saved. You were saved. So we're not just talking about your money. We're not just talking about love, the universe pulling your ass up out of that situation with this person. We're talking about major things because these are major planets. You guys were saved. Okay? With this one, it's time. It's basically saying that it is time for you guys to take a breather, relax, chill. But what came out in the tarot that let us know that that is absolutely correct, which was the 6 of Swords. Tranquility, a peace of mind. Woosah. Finally, you can kind of chill out for a second. Away from this destruction and chaos that you've been experiencing, you finally have a time to breathe. Okay? Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. I apologize again for not doing your reading yesterday. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, all of that is down below, prices and types of readings. I will see you guys later. Love you, Taurus. Bye.